Hello everyone. Today we will be talking about unlocking Excel analytics through Agent Loop and Code Interpreter. Before we dive into this topic, I'll first introduce myself. My name is Florian de Lange. I am part of Delaware as a senior Microsoft integration consultant. If you want to know more about me, my LinkedIn page is on the slide and you can find more information there. But I don't really like to talk about myself, so let's just dive into the topic. What we see today is that large language models can't really work with spreadsheets. This is because they can't reliably perform mathematical operations. They also mainly work with sequential text, and they cannot understand the cell references and formulas in our spreadsheets. For this, we will make use of a tool which is called Code Interpreter to enable our LLMs to work with our spreadsheets. The code interpreter is a Azure Container App session pool. You have different flavors of this, but we will use the Python code interpreter tool. It will run code in a trusted, isolated environment, and it will also upload the files that it makes use of in the same isolated environment. We will make use of popular Python packages as NumPy and Pandas to run our Python code and to work with our spreadsheet. As a result, we will have an agent that has text-based reasoning that can receive natural language input, understand the intent, and then create or generate the Python code. The Python interpreter will then execute the code, perform all the necessary calculations, and handle the data structures within the spreadsheet. And as a result, we will have structured analysis, accurate calculations, and it will understand the cell relationships and references. My demo is based on a real life example within my company, Delaware. It is a consulting company, which means that we have a lot of resources and a lot of projects. These are all combined into a scheduled CSV, and a planner will read this CSV to interpret and to know who has more than 1 day a week availability for the next months, within 3 months, or are some people or resources overbooked and do we have to change the planning there, or are there tentative projects that have 10 or more days planned next month, but these are not confirmed, which is a risk where we'll have to reschedule some resources. So they check this spreadsheet on a daily or even hourly basis, and and as a case, we thought, okay, what if our agent could talk to my data, and we could talk with this agent to more accurately and more accurately and have a quick, easy view on how the schedule is for all our resources. I'll go through my setup. So what I've set up in my resource group is the following. I have created a Logic App standard with the correct app service plan and a storage account linked to it. I've set up the container app session pool, which is a Python code interpreter. And I also set up a storage account where we will store our spreadsheet that contains all the data. So in our storage account, we have a CSV that contains all the scheduling data. Once a week, a full export of our resource planning tool will dump this spreadsheet into the storage account. Before I go over our agent, I will first quickly show the spreadsheet itself. So we will have resources. So all our resources are defined in here, and also the profile and research type, which is important. Sometimes you want to plan a manager on a project, sometimes a consultant or senior consultant. We have also all our projects where they are staffed on, and also the status, how many days are they available in the respective months, how many days are in request or approved. So with this data and our conversational agent, we can start working on our agent and interpret this spreadsheet and get valuable data out of it. So we will fetch the scheduling file from our storage account, and then we will go into our agent. It is connected to GPT-4o, Azure OpenAI, a resource that is managed in our AI Foundry. And to go over the prompt, which is the main important part when we're talking with agents. So at first, I define their role and identity. It is a specialized resource capacity analyst that will help us with planning and bench management. And it will only answer questions related to bench management. I've seen that if I would not include this, the calculations and understanding what my intent is with my question is a bit, I will not work that straightforward with our agent. Then as a first step, and this is very important as your LLM does not know the current date time, and if I ask a question, what is the resource planning of next month? Yeah, it needs to know that next month is, in this case, November, and we're currently October. So I had to include this step and to make sure that it knew the current date time. I will also notify where we upload the CSV file, and this is in that isolated environment that I have talked about. I have to define the columns in our spreadsheet, and I had a lot of issues with this, as it often would stumble in the first step of my conversation, as it did not fully know, or it was unsure that, okay, I have all these columns defined, but when I look into the spreadsheet, I think they are wrong, while they were not wrong, and I had to nudge my agent on, okay, it is okay, go ahead with the generation of the Python code. With this sentence, most of the time it just checks it by himself and then sees, okay, it is okay, I can go on with generating the actual code. As my spreadsheet is a bit complicated and needs some additional context to make sure that he can generate the best answer as possible, I had to tell him or tell my agent that all the admin projects are internal, so they are classified as leave, trainer, or admin, and all other projects are billable work. I also had to really define the status type, as it is important to correctly interpret all the data. So approved is a confirmed project, in request is a pending project, and tentative is a project that is planned but not yet approved, and available is all the remaining capacity my resource has. I also had to define that the scheduling is done in days, as it at first would interpret it as hours, which has a lot of weird results. So I really had to say, okay, this is done in days. And lastly, I really had to define the available status, as it would do a lot of mathematical calculation to see, okay, which available capacity I have based on the amount of days in the month. No, it's just if it's a positive value, that amount is the availability. If it's a negative, my resource is overplanned. And then lastly, the sentence that I just straight copied from the demo of Microsoft. This will make sure that the Python code is passed on correctly and executed correctly. So moving on, going through my agent. So here we will have the date time tool, and on the other hand, we will have our Python or code interpret tool, where we first upload it and then execute the Python code through the parameter. So my agent will generate the code and then pass it through our parameter. And as a result, we now have a conversational agent that we can ask questions to. For example, who has more than 1 day availability next month? So it will now generate everything. And at first, it will check the date time, and then it will see, okay, who has 1 day per week available in November, and I have all of these. Now I want to really make sure that it is a non-senior profile, so I asked this as well, and then it will correlate that section. I will just, so we have no non-senior profiles available in November, which is perfectly possible. And then lastly, let's see who is overbooked next month. And we have two of them that are overbooked next month. So this concludes my demo of the conversational agent with our spreadsheet and generating all the necessary knowledge through Code Interpreter. Lastly, I want to just mention that at first I was really thinking, why am I making this? As you could just filter all of this. You could just filter on available days and then filter who has the most available days. But as I was working with this, I think it's really important to really make sure that your agent understands the full spreadsheet. That's why my prompt was that extensive, as I think the value here is that at first the filters are really easy to do, but once you ask a lot more questions, you don't have to make, let's say, 10, 20 filters. No, the agent knows what it's doing and it can answer all the questions without you having to create a lot of extra queries or filters or formulas. So that's really the value here of our code interpreter together with the agent. Thank you for listening and have a good the rest of the community day.